Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Scissor Git is finally out. We're finally getting an S rank defense unit. She might be a defense unit, but she's very offensive. She's basically a tank, parry oriented, stunner plus support character. She does several different things. She does have high days in her kit as well. She will provide shields as defense unit and also debuff on enemies where you'll be able to do more damage against them. So now they have a little overview of what she can do. Let's get more into detail of her kit. Let's begin with the kit analysis. I'll start with her base stats. She has the highest HP stats in the game. She is an S rank defense unit, so it makes a lot of sense that she would have high HP. As a defense unit, she does have lower attack and also high defense. I'd also like to point out that her impact base stat is the highest among non-stunner units, which is very nice because she can stun enemies relatively quickly as well with her kit. Let's start with her basic attack. Basic attack, ramp and slash. You press basic to activate it, up to 5 slashes, nothing out of the ordinary. And here is when the fun part begins. Her other basic attack, the road is blocked. You hold basic attack to activate it. She will throw a shield to attack up front enemies, Captain America style, and also the shield will fly back towards her. And if you time it right with the special attack, you will trigger combo. And when you trigger combo, you'll be able to activate her subsequent skills. We're gonna go into skills shortly, but let me explain that this part is very important as well, because this is one of her ways to trigger her combo and subsequent skills, even if you do not get to do the parry itself. Just by quote-unquote catching the shield at the right time, you'll be able to go into your combo, which is very nice. Now let's talk about her special skills. Special attack, shield bash, and special attack straight slab are the non-X versions, which I will not focus upon because I believe you'll always want to use X special attacks with her, which cost 30 energy. Let's start with her X special attack parry counter. When you use it, she will perform a strike in front of her, and if an enemy attacks during the beginning of this skill or when you triggered countered with the shield strike, precision block will be triggered. This will resist the damage of the attack and automatically transition into the next X special attack, which is going to be parry slash. Also, if you do it this way, the parry slash attack, which would normally cost 30 energy, will not consume energy. And after the parry counter is activated, with enough energy, press special to activate to use a shield to strike in front, followed by double slash, dealing physical damage. And when she's attacked by an enemy during the start of this skill, or once again when triggering counter with the shield strike, precision block will be triggered once again. You'll resist the damage and automatically transition into her last X special attack, which is called super power slash. And once again, super power slash, if it's used in this way, will not consume energy, and the super power slash itself will deal a significant amount of damage. There is also an additional thing regarding her special attacks. She has a passive in there called offense is the best defense. When Scissor triggers precision block, combo, or unleashes a defensive assist, her impact and crit rate are increased for 3 seconds. So she can also buff herself some crit rate and impact, so you'll be able to stun even faster. Because do know that all of these parries that you're doing have a significant amount of days, so you'll be able to stun enemies relatively quickly, assuming you're doing these combos right. If the special skill is still very confusing, I'll try my best to explain it in a simpler way. So basically, you can proc her parries in multiple ways. For example, when she gets hit while using her skill, if you successfully parry that attack with her skill, it also won't cost energy, which is very nice. Also, her perfect assist follow-ups will also give you the ability to follow up with her X special attacks. And one way that I already mentioned before, the shield throw from her basic attack. If you quote-unquote catch it at the right time, you'll also be able to perform the parry, meaning you don't have to rely on enemies to constantly attack you to get the parries at the right time. You can force the parry yourself by quote-unquote parrying your own shield when it flies back at you. And also getting hit while using dash attack should also give you the ability to use her parry as well. And on each parry that you get to do, she'll get impact and crit rate assist. So hopefully this explained more or less how this parry works. If you're still confused by it, feel free to ask me further in the comments down below, or if I got something wrong or I misunderstood something, feel free to let me know as well. Now let's go over her dodge skill. As I mentioned before, she can also perform the parry after getting hit while using the dash attack, which would be Swine Surge, dodge drift, and dodge counter tooth for tooth. It's your typical dodges, nothing special with those two. Let's go quickly over her chain skills as well. The chain attack and ultimate itself are nothing particularly special for her at all. I don't believe you will be using her ultimate at all. However, do note that defense unit ultimates will recover additional 3 assist points. So if you do need more assist points for more dodge counters, parry counters, and so on for survivability, you could use it, but generally you don't really use defense ultimates as of right now, at least. Now let's talk about her assist skills. The quick assist, your typical quick assist. More importantly, her defense assist will allow you to perform an assist follow-up immediately after the defensive assist, which will trigger her combo, which will go back to her X special skills that I mentioned before. This is also one way to get started with her combos. And now finally, let's talk about her core skills. Perhaps I should have mentioned the core skill at the start of the video. Do let me know if you guys prefer for me to go over the core skill at the start of the video or not. So whenever Caesar activates her X special attack, parry slash, or ultimate, yes, this is where ultimate quote-unquote could be relevant, but not really, because you can just use X special parry slash, which costs 30 energy, by the way. All teammates will receive a shield that scales off her impact. The scaling is relatively high. The shield value of this shield is shared by all of the teammates and is only deducted from the on-field character who takes damage. Also, while this shield is active, the on-field character will have an anti-interrupt level increase, which means you'll be harder to get interrupted. This will provide you more comfort for your gameplay. Think of it like Zhongli from Genshin Impact, which also provides lots of comfort with the shield and also anti-interrupt resistance, so you can keep doing your attacks and not having to worry about getting interrupted. This is a very nice defensive feature, which gives you a lot of comfort. Now let's talk also about her additional ability. Her additional ability is very unique, especially her requirement. Just like any other unit, she has the same faction as Caesar, but more importantly, she has this unique thing that whenever any character in your team performs a defensive assist, will also activate her additional ability. Defensive assist is something that a lot of characters have. It's either defensive assist or evasive assist. Generally, ranged units like Billy or Grace or like gun type of units will use evasive assists. Meanwhile, characters that have like a melee weapon or something they can block with will perform a defensive assist. So for example, a character like Sogagu would activate the additional ability of Caesar. Meanwhile, a character like Billy, which has evasive assist, it would not activate Caesar additional ability. So if the additional ability is active, whenever Caesar triggers precision block, combo, or her defensive assist, she will debuff enemies around her AoE, which will make them take 25% more damage from your teammates. This debuff lasts for 20 seconds, and it's also very easy to reapply because it comes from precision block, combo, or defensive assist, which you're gonna be doing very often, so you don't have to worry about losing this debuff or anything like that. You're gonna have a very good uptime with this one. Now that we went over her entire base kit, we'll also talk about her Mindscape Cinema and V engine, which improve her further, especially if you get her M1 and her V engine. You do get even more out of this character. Let's start with the V engine. The V engine has a 713 attack, and the impact substat is 18%. Yes, impact is very important for her because she does scale of impact the shield that is, and also she's a pretty good stunner as well. The more parries you get to do, that is. As for the passive, it will provide her energy generation rate increase whenever there is a character on the field with a shield. Of course, she provides the shield, so you will generally have this energy generation rate always active. Energy generation rate is not exactly the same as energy regeneration rate, because energy generation rate will increase all forms of energy you would gain. So if there's some external buff or source that would straight up give Caesar energy, by having energy generation rate stat, she will get even more energy out of that one. For example, the Butler Bang Bo. As for the rest of the passive, when the equipper is attacked or the equipper friendly units are attacked while having the shield, the damage dealt by the team will be increased by 18%, and also the days dealt will be increased by 12% for 20 seconds. Repeated triggers will refresh the duration. So basically, it's a perma 18% damage boost for the entire team and 12% days dealt increase. If you have this, you provide even more supportive capabilities for the entire team. Now let's go over her Mindscapes. Mindscape 1. When Caesar enters combat or switches off field, she will automatically apply the shield to all friendly units. So even if you don't get to use her ultimate or her X special skill parry counter, she will still apply a shield right away. Basically refresh it, will give you even better uptime of the shield in case if you would lose it or something like that. This is a very nice feature. As for the second part of her M1, whenever you have the shield up, characters under the shield will also reduce enemy resistance to all attribute damage by 15% within a 5-meter radius. This is like an aura, basically. This reminds me very much of Zhongli if you played Genshin Impact or you still play it. I do like her M1 a lot as of right now. It can definitely provide more damage for your entire team. So I would see that M1 plus her signature is definitely gonna bolster her for future teams and content as well. But I believe that even at baseline, without dupes and the V engine, I think she's gonna be fine out of the box. Now let's go over to her M2. The duration of Caesar's special skill offense is the best defense is extended by an additional 2 seconds. Normally it's 3 seconds, now it's gonna be 5. And if Caesar impact is greater than 100, she'll also get a crit damage increase by 5% for every 10 points of impact, up to maximum 40%. So basically, the duration of the buff, it's gonna be 5 seconds, which does provide impact crit rate buff in itself. And also you'll get an additional up to 40% crit damage out of this. I don't think the M2 is nowhere as cost effective or valuable as her M1. I will also not talk about M3 and M5 because there's just level increases for your basic attack, dodge, and so on. As for her M4, basically whenever she has a shield and you activate the shield again, it will improve her superpower slash or ultimate to do more damage and increase days of it. And also it can get doubled if the shield was greater than 75%. And also when multiple bonuses of the same type exist, the highest value will be taken. And also this M4 does provide some energy. If she has less than 20 points of energy, she'll also get additional 20 points of energy restored. The cooldown of this energy restoration is 60 seconds. Generally, a lot of these Mindscape 4s have some energy type of thing, so I'm not surprised you have it here. And lastly, her M6. Upon entering combat, if Caesar is on the field, she will gain 1 charge every 6 seconds, up to 5 stacks. And lastly, her Mindscape 6. It provides up to 35% attack for her entire team. It is a stacking buff, so you have to maintain these stacks by using her kit from X special attacks, chain attacks, and so on. But basically, it's a 35% attack boost for her entire team that you can maintain it at all times, more or less. Personally, for her dupes, as of right now, I think the best stopping point is Mindscape 1 with V engine. I would not go beyond that, but even at M0 and without the signature, she is still a very nice character. So overall, with Caesar, she's basically a tank, parry-oriented stunner plus support hybrid type of character. She does have high days multiplier multipliers, especially if you get to do a lot of those parries, combos, and so on. You relatively get to stun enemies relatively quickly, and supportive capabilities to debuff enemies to make them take more damage from your teammates. And of course, if you do get her V-Engine and M1, you can buff the supportive capabilities even further. Personally, I'm very excited with this character. She is my favorite character in the game. I'm looking forward to get her. I think a very reactive parry type of character is very fun. I am happy that they gave you an option to perform these parry combos even if you don't directly parry an enemy, but just by quote-unquote parrying the bouncing shield back towards you, so you can do stuff anyways, which is very nice. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this character, because I like her a lot and I can't wait to get her. And I also like to remind you that I do stream every single day on Twitch/YouTube, so if you have any questions or just want to talk about Zenless Zone Zero or some other gacha games, feel free to drop by. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I wish you a wonderful day and see you in the next video.